announce one of the top stars in Florida, a couple of them coming up here. We got Dean Thomas here. He got one of his first fights ever in Jacksonville. And we got Crafton Wallace coming up here, too. So we're going to get them up in here.
Crafton Blaze Wallace is here, you guys. World Combat League star, Dean Thomas. How are you? Good to see you. Let's talk to Dean first. Dean, you are very successful in the UFC. You've won your last 2 fights. You're a top lightweight contender, but I don't want to put any words in your mouth. You tell me where you think things stand for you in the UFC.
Well, I won my last 4 fights.
4 fights.
Who's counting? Yeah, you know, I think I'm just a couple of fights away from wearing that gold. I'm gonna bring that gold back to Florida for all y'all.
Dean Thomas, the lightweight division is really stacked in the UFC. All sorts of tough fighters. Sean Shirk with the belt. How do you think you match up against the Muscle Shark?
That midget's ducking me. He's been ducking me since I came back to 155.
Who do you think will be your toughest competitor? Who matches up the best for you, and who matches up the worst for you in the lightweight division? And who would you most like to face for that lightweight belt?
To be honest with you, I don't really care who I fight. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of confidence in myself. I train hard, train with American Top Team. I'm ready to fight anybody. I don't think any of them guys can match me.
All right, you stay with us, Dean Thomas. I want to get to Crafton Blaze Wallace. Some love for the Blaze. Crafton, I've had the pleasure and privilege of covering a bunch of your fights in Las Vegas, and the thing that always stands out for me when I cover your fights is your Muay Thai, your knees and your elbows. How are the knees and elbows faring for you in the in Chuck Norris's World Combat League?
I just produce a hell of a lot of knockouts, you know. They don't allow elbows, but knees is plenty, you know. I can do damage.
I'd like to talk to you about the growth of combat sports in general, simply because it's exploding everywhere. How well is the World Combat League doing?
So far, so good. You know, they treat us real nice. The pay's getting better, and they're adding more rules and make it more like a Thai fight to me, so I can get rid of them quick. And they like knockouts. They push for pressure, and I like pressure.
And do you ever anticipate getting back into the mixed martial arts ring or cage as well?
Actually, yeah, my last 3 fights have been MMA, and they were all knockouts or submissions, so I'm happy. I'm on a 4 or 5 fight winning streak. The next fight I have is in 2 weeks, and it's going to be the same thing, a knockout. Hopefully a knee or elbow.
Right on. Anything else you want to say to the Jacksonville fans?
Oh, Inferno's in this mother. But no, I heard a little bit of a rumor. I don't know if it's really true. My man Chris Cordero put a little bug in my ear. I don't know if it's really going to happen, but a guy who I looked up to for a long time because he brings some real strike into the game, David Loiseau, they said it's a possibility we might get to have a shootout and see who's got the bigger guns, and I like that.
Would you guys like to see a shootout between Crafton Blaze Wallace and Dave the Crow Loiseau? Can we call that right now? If you guys make some noise, maybe we get that fight to happen. Tell us all about what's coming up, Marcelo Ferrer.
We got David Loiseau here and Crafton Wallace. And you know what? I would do whatever it takes to get these two to the Ultimate Warrior Challenge in front of all of you, these 2 guys. You guys help me. If I can make it right, you think I can get you 2 in here? David, possibly? Possibly? All right, well, after this, we're gonna sit down and talk and see if we can't make that match and bring it here to the Ultimate Warrior Challenge.
Got it. Thanks. Hey, that was Marcelo Ferrer. Give him some love. He's trying to bring you guys the top UFC fighters. Yeah, Jacksonville will be the place on the East Coast for MMA. Speaking of MMA, we also have the most exciting fighter in the world. You've probably seen him on Pride. None other than Crazy Horse Bennett is here. Crazy Horse. There he is. Goodness. Crazy Horse, you are known for being the unknown in that primarily you never know what you're going to get. You're so exciting to watch. We love watching you on Pride. And, you know, where does all that come from? What's going on in your head when you go out there and you're facing these top-level fighters in Pride?
They're not top levels. I am. I'm just different. So,
The H with them.
What can we look forward to in Crazy Horse Bennett's future? What's coming up for you in the future? Who are you going to be fighting next? What organization will you be fighting?
I don't know. I'm just so unpredictable. I don't know. Just look for me.
Crazy Horse Bennett, give some love. All right, it's Ultimate Warrior Challenge. I want you guys to give some love. Anything else? Anyone else wants to add? Any of our stars here? Andre Arlovsky, give some love. Crafton Wallace. Dean the Boogeyman Lester. Dave the Crow Loazo. Dean Thomas. And Crazy Horse Bennett, your UFC, Pride, and World Combat League champions and stars, here for you, the Jacksonville fans, on Ultimate Warrior Challenge.
When we come back from this short break, our title fight.